What's going on over here?
Somebody left a Jeep in my front yard.
So why are you messing with it?
Well, because somebody left it in my front yard, so I'm gonna mess with it.
Let me do it.
This is Jeep Talk.
So this is Jeep Talk, and this is Damon, and I'm over at Sean, who is working at the moment. And what we're doing here is we're swapping out the fuel pump because the one on it works fine in every way except that oil is weeping through the primer shaft, which is common. So we have another pump, and we're going to put it on and see if we fix the problem.
All right, get after it.
I'm on it.
Parts fall out like that?
I think so. And that one screw is not out yet.
I thought you'd lost all your screws by now.
Yeah. Give me all the wrong tools. How am I supposed to do this job?
You're using British, Chinese copy made by the British of an American threaded strip ball.
The problem with this is because the screw is partially out, the screwdriver is too long.
Well, there are shorter screwdrivers on this vast realm of toolage.
Yeah, that is our problem.
All right.
So let's take a quick break and we'll get some more tools.
Okay.
All right. And we're back. So Sean has been so kind as to give me another tool. This is this.
Tool for a tool.
Kind of small, typical from Sean.
Big.
We just need to back out the last screw on the pump, the one that's real hard to get to, and it does have a slot. So hopefully this will get it done. And we will see.
And we do it.
Why is this such a problem? Oh, now it's happening.
Well, that's the sausages you call fingers.
Don't really need the commentary.
But you get it when you come here, you know that. I'm just Jeep talking.
Yeah, that's the problem. All right, we have success our way.
Huzzah.
So here comes the pump. One pump.
I'm sure there's a joke to be said here, but I can't think of it.
So anyway, she's a fine pump in every way, but this little shaft right there.
Booger's Oh, I've got that. I'm so happy you got that.
Okay, well, now we have to rethink our gasket and try to get the screws back in with the other pump.
All right.
Okay, I am transferring the fitting from the old one, at least one of them. And nice snug. One more turn, we'll do it. This is where it breaks.
Torque it down until it snaps and back it off half a turn.
I don't know where you went on electrical. We need to go back. So we're going to have to tweak this angle here because the hard line that comes in, you know, it's got to be pretty much right on or you're not going to get straight. Okay, moving right along. So I used to meet lots of things.
Part of the ultimate success of this project is to babble to yourself.
Well, I think there's going to be some editing going on. So this one,
So where'd you get that fuel pump?
this from our good buddy Jay Hinton.
Oh, yes.
One he had, and it came from the early production of the Joe's Motor Pool pump.
Okay.
And if you compare it to this one, I believe this one is MD Spares or something. They were the only ones that were making repro pumps for quite a while until I haven't used the Joe's motor pool, but I've heard good things about it, so we'll find out soon enough how it does.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but did Jay not save your bacon last year for Petaluma with the water pump?
Did indeed.
So Jay,
Also a Joe's motor pool pump. That thing has been working flawlessly, so I'm really thrilled about it.
so you owe a lot to Jay just to get in your Jeep there.
Jay who? Yeah. Some guy. Alright, well anyway, we have to put on here, so
Yeah, press something.
we'll be back. Well, we're using a little Teflon liquid sealer on the thread.
Liquid, huh?
Well, semi-liquid.
Do you like the liquid or the taste better?
Well, actually, this is the first time I've used the liquid. And for
Like
this application, I think it's a better way to go.
Looks like you're making a cake there.
Well, if you want me to, I'll make you a cake. But you got one last time.
Didn't eat it all and you were upset.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so back off.
Alright.
Okay, now comes the fun part. And the fun part is trying to,
There's a fun part?
what the deal is, you gotta have the gasket in place,
Huh?
you gotta put the screws in, and then when you push this in place, this thing is gonna wanna hit the cam, which will be causing, it'll be fighting the spring action here. So you're trying to get the screws started and keep this straight, and it can be real fun. But we just rotated the engine so that the cam lobe is opposite of where it rubs on here to minimize the interference. So we'll hope for the best here.
You got a gasket for that thing?
I got a gasket. I got a boot the gas.
You got a what, the gasket?
Boot the gas.
Oh,
By the way, we're not sure, but since we're just doing this on the fly, we're using our phone for the camera. And unfortunately, the mic is terrible with the wind. So if you hear all kind of wind noise in the background, and
it's Damon's fault.
I apologize, but in light of the timing frame that we have, it's the best we can do.
It's Damon's fault.
And then there's that. So anyway, that's our disclaimer. Okay, gasket, sir. Now, there's all kinds of gasket sealers. Everybody has their own preference.
What you using?
I'm using the old standby, which is as old as the Jeep, if not older. This is the aviation form gasket, and it's a liquid, and it's like the Teflon setup with a little brush inside. And the good thing about this stuff is that when you want to take it apart, it won't harden. They make a number 1 version, which is usually in a tube, and that's the hardening kind. And I've never used that, but I've taken things apart that it was used on, and it really is a pain in the butt scraping all that off. But this stuff is a lot better for that. So, and it seals really well. The whole Jeep has been sealed with this. All right. So just apply a little bit on the pump surface here.
What's the mill thickness there?
Whatever you want it to be. I just cover it, It's like painting, only different.
Happy little pump?
It's a happy little pump, all ready to go with this stuff. If you get this stuff on you, you're going to need some kind of a paint thinner, like a lacquer thinner or some acetone.
What'd you call me?
Folks, don't mind the background commentary. Fortunately, you can't get good help these days, so bear with us here. Okay, well now the gasket, of course, is going to want to flop around because it's like served good.
Now you're not putting it on both sides of that?
I will.
Okay.
I usually put the gasket on first, and then I coat the other side.
Gotcha.
Or at least that's the plan. Now I curved it too much the other way. This is some really old gasket material I had. I didn't get a factory.
Is that a deep stock gasket?
Yes,
It might not work
and
then.
they are available in the lobby. Please pick up one on your way out. Okay, so then the same thing, you put another coat on this side. You don't have to put it on too heavy because it's just going to ooze out, but just make sure that it's covered. You may even get away without gasket material, but I wouldn't recommend it, or gasket sealer rather, because sometimes you pump, in fact I'll show you, you got these ears that bolt to the clock, and hold on one second, and sometimes connecting them, you can actually bend them. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. We had to take a quick break. We launched our fender protector. That's the kind of operation we have. Anyway, what I was saying is these tabs can get bent. It's supposed to be flat here to mate with the block. And so you keep tightening them. And then no matter how many gaps you put on it, so just keep it on. Pretty something, get it apart. Milling job on that surface and get it flat, and you'll be good to go. Okay, so now we can cover it up with some sealer, and ready to put it on. I will start with the easiest access bolt. Right. I need to have this one in place in the hole. Now, you got to try to snake this down in here and get this actuator arm in the right spot, and then
Put this right in the way so you can't see.
That's okay. So see, the problem is like the screw could start, but I can't get my fingers on the end to get it to turn. So I'm either going to get lucky, get it started, or I'm going to have to try a screwdriver. Maybe. Probably drop it all, but we'll see. I don't know if you can see because it's kind of tight quarters here.
Yeah, I see that.
I know it's, I can't move my hands, it's all the fashion. I literally cannot see where the screwdriver blade is, which is unfortunate.
Well, here, let me trade with you. I can see it.
You can see the slot?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me try this little, maybe I can get this one with the stubby screwdriver. Once you get one started, I mean, that's a good head start on getting the other one in. Now, not all these bolts, especially if somebody has changed them out, and I don't even know what's factory original, but this particular Jeep came with the hex head bolts that had a slot in them. And the purpose of the slot is to do just this, because it's really hard to try to get it with a socket. Okay. The problem is I really can't see where the slot is, so I'm just sort of doing it by braille. And I'm not having much success. It kind of reminds me of you're trying to get your Humvee half shaft hooked up. Remember that?
Yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah.
Still not as hard as the tiny little short fuel line on my fuel pump, or my fuel injection pump on my Deuce and a half. So.
Oh, really?
That took 3 men in 3 hours. It's a little braided hose about 4 inches long. But that was the problem.
Well, I've got an idea. Well, the other thing too is the gasket. You gotta make sure you're in a hole in the gasket, which
I'm in the hole in just about everything.
Okay. I don't even see what Well, so my brilliant idea is
Not working?
to let you try it.
Oh, I like that. I think.
You just, well, like you say, you got smaller hands. You may be able. I'm trying to just barely get a turn on it. But... All right. Well, we're gonna swap places here and see if Sean can get a better look. All right. Okay, we are switching places here. Sean has maybe got a better angle there. You got it?
No, I missed it.
Oh, okay.
But there, now it's on. And it's off.
All right, we're back, and looks like we've had a little success. Sean is. There you are. Now you're on camera, Sean.
We've replaced the mechanics and now it's going together.
We'll talk about that later. In the meantime, he was able to get the screw started, which is the hardest part. It's a real bear, and if the fender wasn't on, it would be no sweat at all. But so now we're just trying to get the screws run up, or the bolts rather, and make sure it's all seated in there. And then we'll put the lines on and see what happens. Any thoughts about this process?
Well, this is dumb. And if it wasn't for originality, I'd say electric fuel pump is your friend. But I know everyone's going when I say that, so.
Well, that's to be expected. We're talking about Jeeps here.
Yeah,
Don't mess with my Jeep.
no way. Jeeps are the sacred trust.
Okay, well, we're gonna let Sean finish torquing those down, and then we'll come back when we get the lines on and see how it all works.
All right.
Okay, so we got the lines all tight. We were having a hard time getting the pump primed, and probably because the lines were just loosened up or sucking a little air, but we finally got it going, and had to retorque a couple times on the fittings, but so far no leak, so we're gonna give it a start. See what happens. I don't see any leaks. But there's leak oil out of the primer shaft, of course, remains to be seen. Probably won't notice that until we get a few miles on it. But it looks like it's pumping because it would have drained the carburetor by now, so it may be okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Well, we'll probably take a little spin around the block just to see what we get with that. All will be well. That is the, well, I should say one-way change of fuel pump. Maybe not quite everybody else's way, but most of us.
Your mileage would be different. Looks like a pain in the butt to me. I still stand by electric fuel pumps.
You know, if you come back for a ride, I may just consider that. But I'm going to be optimistic and say that we got it laid.
Yeah, I think it'll probably be all right.
So the reason why we're doing this on a windy day is because we're up against our spring meet for the MPCC, which is our big event every year. We have one of the fall as well. We wanted to make sure that we wasn't driving around with little drops of oil. So that was the reason to get this change.
And we got a storm blowing in here, so we had to do it while we could.
Yeah. All right, well, we're going to button her up and take it around the block and